Hello and welcome to the second ever episode of EduTalks. I'm Bradley.
And I'm Saty.
And we're going to be talking to you a little bit about workforce success today because where and how we work is rapidly changing.
Yeah, so Bradley, tell me a little bit more about what success means to you.
Great question, and I'm glad you asked, because when I speak to people in HR and learning and development in regards to what success would look like for them, they often tell me it's one of three things, and that's often increasing completion rates by 10%, hearing positive feedback from some of their learners, or even watching some of their learners put their training into practice in the workplace. And the reality is, hitting these aspirations alone won't result in a thriving, successful workforce. I think we know that. Companies must think about their approach to learning developments more holistically, which is why we've decided to explain why every company needs to invest in workforce success today and what that means. And it really starts by recognising that the world of work is changing quite rapidly.
Yep, completely agree. We think we can see that the world of work is completely changing. And saying that, in 2020, around 50% of the global workforce will actually be working remotely, which is a pretty crazy stat. And the majority of the working population already doesn't actually sit behind a desk. In fact, 2.7 billion people are in fact deskless right now. And if you just look at the rise of services like TaskRabbit, where you connect with so-called taskers to perform jobs and errands for you, making changes even more apparent and important for businesses to adapt to. And to be honest, I think a lot of that comes down to the shift in technology, which has allowed people to work and collaborate in any location.
I think it's more than just technology. There's generational changes here at play. We know that 75% of the global workforce will be made up of millennials by 2025. And it's well reported that millennials value learning and development very highly. In fact, it's one of their top priorities when choosing where to work and whether to stay. I think it was Deloitte that reported 43% of millennials expect to leave their jobs within 2 years. Whereas 73% of young professionals who plan to stay with their employers for more than 5 years, let's say that their organisations are strong providers of education and training, which shows the importance of understanding how this new generation works. And this is before we have even considered how smartphones have changed everything. When we look at the mobile, the fastest growing technology in human history, we check our phones every, I think it's 12 minutes of the waking day, which roughly equates to around 150 times per day. And that's just an average.
Sounds about right.
I probably use it more than that, I think. But the way we consume information and communicate has radically changed with the advent of the smartphone.
I mean, I completely agree, and really to keep your learners engaged, we must adapt to their behaviours, ensuring we tick all the most important needs and all of the boxes that are important to them, which means integrating smartphones into the flow of work and ensuring it's a priority for businesses should be at the forefront of their minds.
Has to be. I totally agree with that.
So, long live smartphones?
I don't think we have a choice.
Cool. So, if you're interested to learn a little bit more about how EduMe is helping companies like Uber, Airbnb, Vodafone, and even your local restaurant achieve workforce success, please do get in touch and hopefully we can have a chat soon.
Yeah. Don't forget to drop us a comment, give us a like, don't mind sharing this post, whatever you have to do. Otherwise, see you in episode 3.
See you later. Bye.
Goodbye.